Okay, let's see how eventful this video is gonna be. I want to see what you got to say. You said my true self.
A lot of talk around new Persona remakes coming in the works, mainly because we've gotten some rumors over on Twitter about Persona 2 remake and a Persona 4.
Like I said, bro, to start off the video though, if anything, I feel like Persona 1 and 2 needs the remake more than anything, because Persona 4, you can still play Golden and enjoy that shit to the full extent on what it is, and it's an amazing game. Persona 4 Golden is amazing. 1 and 2 need that fucking remake more than anything.
4 remake currently being in the works by Atlus. Obviously, these games wouldn't come out anytime soon, I don't think. But
damn, he has those headphones? This motherfucker got shmoney. You know how much those headphones cost? Oh my God.
They are currently being workshopped. And the alleged rumor says that Persona 2 is going to be more of a remaster, or like more so of a port more than anything. And then Persona
pricey.
4 is going to be get the Persona 3 reload treatment. Now, I've seen all over Twitter, people on my Twitch chat, a lot of people saying that Persona 4 doesn't deserve to have a remake. Persona 4 Golden, the version that's out on Steam right now, is perfectly playable.
It is.
And they would much rather have a Persona 2 remake be made instead.
Yes.
Okay. So I decided to go ahead and give my take on this, because my take, I think, is a little bit different. I would love a Persona 2 remake. Persona 2 is one of those games I've always been interested in playing, but never had the chance to play it. And also, the game is just really dated and is not at all like the modern Persona formula that I'm a fan of. So it's always been a little bit off-putting for me to play the Persona 2 remake or the Persona 2 games. So I just never have, right? So yes, I agree. I would love that. However, I think there is some discussion to be had here, because I don't think the existence of Persona 4's remake is going to detract from the Persona 2 remake. And what I mean by this is that I don't think it's a one or the other situation. Like, I don't think...
No, look, this is what it is. As a nation and who we are as a people now, if Atlus was smart, this is what I'm trying to say. If Atlus was smart, they would remake 2 first instead of 4, because 4 doesn't need that remake. 4, it would be nice, but it doesn't need it. You said then remake 1? Fuck it. Oddity, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I would prioritize 1 or 2 to get the remake. Remake 1 then. I agree. But if anything, 4 doesn't need it. 1 or 2 needs it. Fuck 4. 4 is fine.
That Atlus is like, we could do Persona 2 remake.
Hold on, I'm gonna be pausing like crazy. You know why Atlus is gonna do 4 first, chat? You know why Atlus? I already have it in my head. This is why Atlus gonna do it first. I know exactly why Atlus is doing 4 first. Because of this. You know what Atlus loves to do, and I notice this constantly in every fucking direct or in any type of gaming event? The triple shit. They love to put their shit on the screen, have Persona 5, have Persona 4, and have Persona 3. So they want to have the remake here, and then the Persona 5 Royal. So it could be RRR. Remake, Royal. So they want to have that big ass poster where Joker's drawn over here with his with his spiky hair. That's Joker. Then you're gonna have you like this, right? And then you have Makoto being here like, right? They want all 3 of these motherfuckers to be in the remake so they can make that poster where it's like Persona 3, 4, and 5. You could get Persona 3 Reload, Persona 4 Rejuvenation, and then Persona 5 Royal. So you could have the triple R shit. That's the only reason why in my head I feel like Atlus would do that, for like marketing and just to be like a bunch of dookie heads. That's it. That's the only reason why they would do it.
Make or Persona 4 remake. Let's choose Persona 4. I think that Persona 2 has almost no shot in hell at getting a remake. And here's why. If they were to remake Persona 2, they are essentially making a new Persona game. Like, let's be so for real. Like, the modern Persona formula.
Damn, chat. Now I know how some of y'all feel when I say Persona 2 don't exist and I'm playing Persona 2.
Honestly, they should focus on a Persona 1 remake because Persona 1 characters are plot relevant in 2.
Nah, son, what you mean nobody gonna play it, bruh? Persona 2 exists, bruh. I'm playing that shit right now, bruh, on my little Game Boy handheld device, bruh. Michelle is real, bruh. Ginkgo is real, bro. Tatsuya, Maya, they're all real, bruh. Fuck you mean nobody gonna play that shit? I'm gonna play that shit. You said Persona 2 is selling 5 copies? Get the fuck out of here. I'm buying all the copies.
That everybody loves from Persona 3, 4, 5. That is what people like about Persona. If they were to make a remake of Persona 2.
You say you're barely playing Persona 3R as is. You right.
2 and just gave it like new graphics or whatever, but it played and handled very similarly to the original Persona 2 games, it would not do that well. I personally don't think so. Because of the fact that that's not what people are there for. If we wanted a Persona 2 remake, we would want something more along the lines of what Final Fantasy VII is doing with FF7 Remake and FF7 Rebirth. I think that would be way more plausible and probably what Atlus would have to do for a Persona 2 remake to exist, right?
True. I mean, kinda. Because, I mean, the foundation for Persona 2 is already there. All you would have to do is then probably... One thing is for sure, because I know there's some parts in Persona 2 where it acts like it's Persona 3 portable, where when you're going to other locations, you're in the overworld map and you're, like, moving like a little line, and then you would have to go into specific locations. Maybe they're going to, like, remake some areas where you could, like, walk completely through it. But then in the school, you can walk through the school. You can't walk through the town. I mean, me personally, while I'm playing Persona 2, I don't hate it, but I could see that getting upgraded.
Right. So first of all, like, so for that being said, that's why I don't think a Persona 2 remake in that vein would ever happen.
And if Persona 4 happens,
I just disagree with people that Persona 4 doesn't need to be remade.
You capping, bro. No. Look. You can't say that, bro. Because here's my thing. What needs to be remade? I'm gonna ask anybody who says that. What is so bad in the game that's gonna make you say, bro, this shit needs a remake? There's literally, in my opinion, that I can think of right now in terms of Persona 4, nothing. The dungeons, okay, maybe because we got spoiled with Persona 3 Reload's Tartarus, because they remade Tartarus to not be like linear square bullshits. It's like you can go around in Tartarus. Tartarus is like this in Persona 3. So I can understand that. Maybe the dungeons can get a bit more creative. They can make it a bit better. I get it. Is it a necessity though? Like, is this something that needs to be done? Not really. Not really though.
Because I was personally of the belief system that I don't think Persona 3 Fez needed to be remade either.
Oh, you capping. You telling me Persona 4 needs a remake and you felt like Persona 3 did not need a remake? Omega? The fuck is you talking about?
I think if you just like did Persona 3 Fez and like had your party members be controllable, I really don't see what the big deal is.
Fuck is you talking about? Junpei was sick for 2 weeks. The beginning of Persona 3 was a dog shit snooze fest. Every enemy I killed gave me 2 XP. The grind in the beginning was ass. No. There was a lot of things that they needed to change in Persona 2. And then that fucking kid. No. You know what? Persona 3 Reload did take something away from me. My giant bed from Persona 3. Where the fuck is my big ass bed? You took my giant bed and now that little ass baby's always on my bedside looking at me talking about, I see you sleeping. Where's my giant bed, bro? Where's my giant bed? Nah. 3 needed a lot of things to get fixed. Controllable parties. There was no difficulty slider in Persona 3, if I can remember correctly. Somebody correct me in the chat. I don't remember a difficulty slider being Persona 3. Persona 3 was fucking hard. That game was hard. It was hard. I don't care what anybody says. That shit was difficult. The sick mechanic was ass. The reversals on the cards, the Persona cards. Chihiro literally was like, hey, I had a wet dream about you last night. And then I'm like, all right, you want to kiss? Ew, what kind of girl do you think I am? reversal of the fucking confidants was also fucking shit up in that game too. They needed to fix a lot of stuff in Persona 3 in order to like get it to where we're at today. So he capping. Come on, Omega, how you gonna say Persona 4 needs the remake but 3 didn't? You capping, bro.
If there is one
you
thing
capping.
about that I wish stayed was that Makoto doesn't use every weapon anymore. TF, you mean I can't have Makoto box every enemy anymore?
Oh, they took that out too. Yeah, I remember. You could use the hammer. Remember, I was using the hammer on my playthrough. There was a hammer that I was using in my playthrough that had like high crit, remember? But it had like low ass accuracy. But if it hit you, it crit. And then remember the swing animation? Motherfucker was like, this was Makoto. The swing animation in Persona 3, motherfucker was like, motherfucker did like a little spin. It was slow as shit, but I remember, yeah, using all the weapons was fire as hell too. I don't know why they took that away, but they should have kept that in. Let's see what Omega says.
That's just me personally. I thought both games are fine in their own right, but why wouldn't you want to see Inaba remade in the way that Persona 3 was remade? Like, doesn't Persona 3 look gorgeous? And
it does, but the thing is, I'm in the mentality of what needs the remake. Like, keyword is need. I wouldn't mind, right? Like, if a Persona, I would want a Persona 4 remake. I wouldn't mind it. It's more of like a want. I don't think Persona 4 needs. That's the keyword, needs. I don't think it needs a remake right now because the game still runs very well and it holds true to this day. But 1 and 2 needs it. You see, keyword needs. 1 and 2 needs the remake because they're so fucking old. But then I also understand what he's saying in terms of if somebody were to remake Persona 1 and 2, let's be honest. The Persona community, including me, we meme that Persona 1 and 2 doesn't exist. So who's to say if Atlus was to remake 1 and 2, are people going to buy it?
When we get the answer as DLC, we need to have a patch where Makoto can use all the weapons. This was peak.
Oh,
link.
Also, here's another thing. I heard rumors that I think we're going to get the answer. I think that they found files in Persona 3 Reload. There's a high probability that we're going to get Persona 3 DLC in the future with the answer and female protagonist, from what I've heard. So that's going to be very exciting when it comes to Persona 3. What the fuck is the link? Bro, I'm in the middle of watching a video and you send me a link. How long is this shit?
Too.
Oh, the crit?
Great battle.
Where the hammer? Damn, he took him to Akihiko Town.
I can sense your determination.
He boxing. You see, I had it to the point. The little spin. Woo! You see that little twirl? I remember that twirl to this day, bro. That little twirl used to give me life in this game. I used to be like, yes, I got the crit.
Amazing. I don't understand why people are so against seeing Inaba in that same way. Like, that sounds fucking like great to me. Like, yes, I wouldn't mind it. That. I agree. Also feel like the dungeons in that game would look so sick in the new engine that they have, because they made Tartarus look amazing. There's like ray traced graphics and shit like that in Persona 3 Reload, and it looks gorgeous.
Oh, don't get me started with that. Yeah, remember the trip and fall mechanic in Persona 3? That was another thing that needed to get changed. Like, if you missed your attack, it fucking counted as a fall. So now you fell, and now you're considered as downed. And then if an enemy hits you, guess what? Dazed. Bro, Persona 3 original was so fucking unforgiving. Like, if you messed one thing up, it was like, time to meet you at the title screen, buddy.
Gorgeous. And I'm just thinking in my head about, like,
you said Persona 4 did that too, but not to the extent Persona 3 did it, bro. And then Yukari was missing, like, ooh. She don't do it as much in this game. But bro, when I tell you Persona 3, Yukari's accuracy was non-existent. She legit, every time Yukari pulled on her bow, she rolled her eyes back and said, please hit. Terrible.
Yukiko's dungeon and stuff, like, yo, that would look so godlike in this new engine. I would love to see that. The character models would be so much better. all the social links being voice acted would be Christ-like. Gameplay improvements getting shift or baton pass or whatever. And if they decided to add new features to Persona 4 that we never had before, like they're just making Persona 4 even better. And I don't.
But then it's like, bro, once again, this is one of those instances where I'm like, Persona 4 to this day still holds really good. Like, if anybody right now in the chat decided to be like, I wanted to try Persona 4, just download Golden and try it. And just enjoy the story. You said the visual novel enjoyer calling Persona 3 boring is crazy. Who? You said VNS have a plot, therefore Persona 3 is boring. Persona 3 has a plot.
I don't understand why people are like so against that. I get that Persona 4 Golden is out on every console now, whereas Persona 3, it never really had availability widespread to the degree that, you know, Persona 4 did. But I still feel like I would love to play Persona 4 and you know, new graphics and, you know, and just brand new everything. Like, I think that would be phenomenal, right? And I would definitely be locked in for that. Secondly, I think we have to.
You said Persona 3 is boring. That's why me personally, look, I like Persona 3's characters and I like the story.
I just don't want a Persona 4 remake because you know damn well they're gonna change the voice cast and potential localization discourse and more Naruto and Kanji discourse. Just too many cons, not enough
hell
pros.
yeah, yup. Y'all do not touch Persona 4. You already know localizers are gonna fuck that shit up. You gonna see some bit. Oh my god, let me not even say nothing, bro. Nah, they gonna fuck up Persona 4 so hard, dude. Oh my god. You said who cares about the discourse? Get off of Twitter. Hell no, bro. I care, motherfucker. Hell no. You know why? Because everywhere I go, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm still gonna call Naoto a she, and then you gonna get that one motherfucker out here be like, yo, Naoto ain't a she. What are you talking about, bro? Naoto ain't a she, bro. I'm gonna look you right in your eyes, bitch. Be like, yeah, man, Naoto, she cute, bro. Naoto, she cute, bro. She cute, bro. Oh, you already know motherfuckers on Twitter gonna be freaking convulsing. Get the fuck out of here. I hate when people try to change shit, like just to fit their own narrative and headcanon. Suck my dick, bro. Suck my dick.
To think about this from like Atlus as a business, right? So you're Atlus, boom, you just dropped Persona 3 Reload, and it is your fastest selling game ever. It hit 1 million, I believe, in like less than a week. 1 million copies sold in like a week's time. That is crazy success. Now you have a couple options, right? You can devote a bunch of your resources into remaking Persona 2, right? Having that come out and be like, hooray, Skidoodle went to town. We worked hard on this for years, pretty much made this game from the ground up. And then,
or fuck 2, just go back to 1. Start it from the beginning. If anything, because it wouldn't make any sense to go from Persona 3 to just go to Persona 2, or from Persona 3 to then go to Persona 4 when it doesn't need it. Completely scrap 2 out of the equation. I would prefer if they were to just go all the way back to 1. Just go all the way back to 1 and rebuild it from the ground up, because they have to. Because Persona 1 is very dated. They just have to remake it from the ground up. And that's it. Start from 1. It's either we get 4 remade or we get 1 remade.
You played the game 4 times and still not accepting my factual headcanon. You sir have no media literacy, pointing finger, nerd face.
Oh, hell yeah. Thank you, Oddity, for the 100 biddies. You, sir, have no media literacy. You said they already started from the beginning with 3. Give Persona 1 and 2 the Xenoblade Definitive Edition treatment. Yeah, better. Okay, but better yet, make Persona 6, bro. We're not getting Persona 6. I don't think, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't think we're gonna get Persona 6 anytime soon, because the fact that they went from Persona 5, right? Then they went Persona 5 Strikers. Then they went Persona 5 fucking dancing. Then they went Persona 5 fucking gacha video games. And then Persona 5 doing 1 million collaborations with all these fucking mobile games that all ended up dying. End of cycle, end of service bullshit, right? I just lost my train of thought, chat. You said, where's the P5 fighting game, bro? You see, now you got me mad. Now you reminded me. Yup. And then now Persona 5 fighting. Bro, they released so much Persona 5 shit. We ain't ever getting a Persona 6. We would have been had Persona 6 by now if they were actually working on that shit. Bro, you know what I think Persona and Atlus is trying to do? They're trying to make Personas 1 through 5 as like a 5-part series, and they're not going to do anything else. You know what's Persona 6? Metaphor. That's it. Persona 6 is fucking Metaphor, and that's like the new fucking pathway that they're going. That's it.
Then have that game make probably a similar amount, if not even less, than just putting in less effort into making a Persona 4 remake. Like, me personally, while I agree that Persona 2 needs a remake way more than Persona 4 does, I personally would rather have a Persona 4 remake now and then have them do a Persona 2 remake, with Persona 2's remake being their full focus, right? Because I believe if they were to start doing this stuff now, it would be a split focus, and I think it would take longer for both games to come out, and it may even impede on the quality a little bit. So I would be down with a port of Persona 2, right? Seeing how the port does, because that seems to be what they're doing with Persona 2. They're like doing a remaster, giving it, better graphics, probably upgrading, the sound quality and all that stuff, and giving us a modern port so that way we can actually access these games. Because I believe the only way to access Persona 2 at the moment is through the PSP, or I guess through the PS Vita.
Shit, man, you already know I was a pirate with that.
If you bought it through the the PSN, right?
Like, you must be out your mind if you think I'm gonna go charge my Vita, turn it on, upgrade my Vita to the latest firmware, then go into the PlayStation store, deposit money into my PlayStation account to then buy Persona 2. That's probably going to be overpriced, because that's another thing that's weird. I don't know why in the PlayStation store, prehistoric games that are like old as shit is still in there for like $15, $20. You think I'm going to spend $20 for Persona fucking 2? You said I'd emulate Persona 2. That's what I'm doing. I bought myself this little Game Boy shit. Where the fuck this shit at? Let's see if I find it. You said Persona 5 is like 20 bucks. They got Persona 5 for 20 bucks, and then they got like, you said surprised he didn't emulate it on the Steam Deck. I'm not doing any Steam Deck emulation just yet. Like I am not rushing to do that. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. You think I'm gonna be out here, bro? Like, look at all this shit, bro. I got all these bangers in here, and I have them all favorited, bro. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at all this shit I have. Look at this shit. Okay, it looks way better in person. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, because y'all looking at it through a fucking computer or whatever, or like the camera. Bro, I got Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap, A Link to the Past, Mega Man Battle Network, Metroid. I got motherfucking Earthbound. I got freaking Pokemon Fire Red, bro. I got Pokemon Emerald and shit. Where the fuck is this game at? Where else Persona 2? Right there. Bam, Persona 2. Bam, bro. Boot me in that shit. Devil hackers, hell yeah, we hackers for life. eBay, fuck eBay. Load that shit up. We in that bitch, bruh. Persona motherfucking 2. Persona motherfucking 2, baby. You think I got time to buy this shit? Look at my save. I'm stuck, bro. You said the PS2 version? It's real? Bro, I'm stuck. I don't know where the fuck I gotta go next. Oh, bro, you know what's so cool about this game? You could change the perspective. Yo, Persona 2 was way cooler than I thought. I was like, what? Yo, when I saw that, I was like, nah, that was fire. Where like you could just change the perspective of like, oh, and then this is the party I got right here. If it fucking loads. Ooh. You said that's actually crack? Bro, look, we got Michelle, we got Papa Tatsuya, we got baby girl Ginko, we got Mayo, and we got Yuki. But I gotta find out where I gotta go next because I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do. You said Eternal Punishment? I think that's what this one is. Yeah. I gotta just keep on leveling up. But going back to this is why I feel like Persona 2 needs the remake because it's so... Persona 2 is damn near inaccessible. It's really hard to go out of your way to be like, let me play Persona 1. Let me play Persona 2. You know? I mean, you hear what he said though? Like where he's like, look, the one thing I know for sure is that if they were to remake Persona 4, it's gonna sell. It's definitely gonna sell. That shit gonna sell like hotcakes. If Persona 4 gets a similar remake like Persona 3, that shit's selling like hotcakes. Day one, that shit gonna make millions. Millions. You
What's
said nothing. Persona 4 is like really good.
One greater than.
You said, what's that device called? I want to get one. I got you right now, bro. It's literally, you know what's funny? Here's my advice that I'm gonna give you when it comes to this device. Check on TikTok because on TikTok Shop, sometimes they have discount codes, but then you also have to be wary of which model you're getting. I got myself the RG35XX Plus. That is like the better version because there's the regular version where's and it's called the RG35XX. That's the regular version. Then there's the Plus version. I got the Plus version. They said that the Plus version has like a better processor, has a bit more games in it, a bunch of quality of life, I guess, stuff in terms of the software. It's a bit better. But I think this it ran me about like 80 bucks, 70, 80 bucks. But if you go on TikTok Shop and if you manage to find the RG35XX Plus, there's a higher probability that you're going to find it on TikTok with a coupon. Because TikTok, apparently on TikTok Shop, they have like mad coupons where they be like, yo, you could get this and it'll take like 40% off your first purchase. So you could probably, if you somehow find this specific model, you could find the original 35XX. But if you find the Plus, there for like 80, you probably could end up spending about 30 or 40 bucks on it, even the original, if you get it on TikTok Shop. I'm just letting you know. You says your game costs more than my Zaza plug. I mean, this shit comes with a bunch of games in it though. That's the good thing with this though. This shit got mad games. Like any game that you could think of for like the Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance. I'm not gonna say every PS1 and PS2 game, but you know what I'm saying. There's gonna be like so much games in here that you could just think of and then you could just play. Yo, I'm definitely, you know who I got to play on this shit? My cousin. He's been playing Earthbound on this. Yo, I watched my cousin's reaction to him fighting the tree the whole time, and when the tree exploded, funniest shit I've ever seen.
That's the only way you can play PS2 or Persona 2, right? So if they did that, now we can play it on PC, Series X, Switch, PS5, whatever, and they can gauge interest in the Persona 2 games and see if that's something that they would even want to do. But then that creates a catch-22 because Persona 2 plays so differently from the other Persona games. Would people even be willing to check it out?
That's the thing. And then, you know what's a fear of mine too, chat? I don't want Atlus to make all the Persona games run similarly, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't want all the Persona games to literally have the exact same mechanics. Because it's weird how you saw how in Persona 3 Reload, I was like, wait a minute. They have that mechanic from Persona 5 where it's kind of like you tag in. But then the thing that they added differently is that each character has their own special. And I still haven't even gone up to that part yet in the game. Where they have their own specials. But I feel like that's a new gimmick that they did introduce into the game. But all the other Persona games that get remade, I don't want them to all make them... I don't know if chat understands what I'm saying, but I don't want them to make it like literally damn near identical to like a Persona 5 clone, all these remakes. Because I feel like that's what they're low-key kind of trying to do. I don't know. That's what I kind of feel.
Because the gameplay is much different. how the game is just structured in general.
Yo, I'm sorry, bro. I keep on pausing. Persona 2's gameplay is very different. Like, before you even start the battle, you have to assign everyone's role, and then you have to hit start battle. Like, that whole battle system in Persona 2 kind of threw me in for a loop. Even interrogating the shadows and the personas, you have to get into, like, full-blown conversations with them. It's weird. Like the way Persona 2 runs is so different compared to all the other ones.
General is much different. And I think people are also forgetting that there are 2 versions of Persona 2. That game it's 2 games. You have Persona 2 Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment. So are they creating both of them? If they were to do a remake, do they just like recreate both of those games into one big giant game, or do they do like 2 halves? Like, how does that work? How does that look? Regardless of how you cut the cookie, you don't cut a cookie. How you cut the cake, whatever the fuck, no matter how you slice it. A Persona 4 remake makes a lot more sense and would be just way easier for them to do. If they do ever decide to do a Persona 2 remake, I would really like them to focus in, lock in, and make Persona 2 modernized and have that experience. But I would also like them to, you know, port the game, also maybe release it physically. That would be great. So that way we have the original versions of Persona 2, you know, forever. You know, we can always go back to those versions if we wanted to, right?
I'm not gonna lie, chat. Him saying the word physical media and, like, you know, physical copies of games, I'm kind of low-key sad that I really wasn't on, like, my physical collection grind, because just seeing that everything physical is going away and now we're really, like, in just this digital future got me low-key mad, because I'm like, fuck, man. You know what? There's one thing I'm happy about. I'm very happy that that we have all the old Pokemon games. Whoo! We got all the old Pokemon games physically, legitimately, all that shit. I remember even when Nintendo eShop was trying to be like, hey, man, you want to download Pokemon now? No, bitch, I'm not downloading that shit. I'm buying it. I'm going to my store and I'm buying it.
I also feel like if I'm Atlus and I'm sitting here with all this recent success, you know, Persona 5 being pretty much considered the best JRPG of all time by fans and critics alike.
That's crazy.
And then
I wouldn't even say that, bro. And I'm a Persona 5 dick rider, bro. I wouldn't even say that. I'm not gonna say Persona's the best RPG of all time, but I definitely love the series and I enjoy it. But the best? Nah.
You release Persona 3 Reload to massive critical acclaim, and you're doing all of this, and everybody's buying this game, everybody's loving this game. You got people streaming this game, making videos on this game. By the way, please stop fucking copyrighting my videos. I just want to play your game. You know, like all that shit, right? Like, you have all of this, and you're thinking, I could either make a Persona 2 remake or make a Persona 6 that would break the fucking internet.
It depends, bro. Like, that's the thing, and that's why I feel like Atlus is scared. Atlus is scared, I feel like, to release Persona 6 or even talk about Persona 6. You said Metaphor, you're right. Metaphor is technically Persona 6. But if we completely exclude Metaphor, right? We just talk about Persona 6. How are they going to make this game? You know how much people on Twitter is like, yo, they got to make Persona 6 take place in, like, college and like, all this shit and like make them all adults. And I'm like, bro, I don't think Atlus is ever gonna go that route, bro. Like, I feel like we're still gonna stay like in school. We're gonna be in high school, young kids doing the same shit. It's something that it's inevitable, because Japan has already explained the reason why they always make anime and video games in that time frame, because that's the time frame where, like, people make the most memories, they experience the most in life, they have the most cherished memories in that time frame. That's why usually when it comes to games in Japan, they like to make their games have take place in high school. You notice this. Every fucking anime is always in high school. They're never in college. They're never in, like, all this other shit. They're always in fucking high school. Because, like, that's just the way Japan sees it. They're just like, man, I fucking like high school. I like high school environments, high school shit. I don't know, bro. You said that got leaked. Persona 6 is still in high school. I believe it. I believe it. I don't think that Atlus would now just decide to say, fuck the formula of Persona 1 through 5 where we were all in high school, like, now we're gonna go to college. Oh, megalol. Their games sell like hotcakes, even if the students aren't fucking high school or whatever. It is what it is. They're just gonna keep that formula up. And to be honest, like me, I don't care, bro. Like, as long as you make characters that are likable, characters that are funny, characters that are cute. I don't care, bro, because I just enjoy Persona for what it is in its entirety. I just like character dialogues, plot, storyline. That's it. I don't fucking care. That's it.
Because I think the workload between those two would be very similar. The only difference would be that if for a Persona 2 remake, they would pretty much be able to have a lot of the plot details and a lot of the characters sort of already done for them. They would just have to like change some things around. But I think that Atlus would probably rather focus on stuff like Metaphor or Persona 6 than a Persona 2 remake. And I'm not gonna lie, I would rather them focus on the new stuff too. Like, I would be way more interested in seeing how they can evolve the Persona.
Yo, worst timeline would high-key be, though, is if we do get a Persona 4 remake and we never get a 1 and 2 remake. Like Atlus doubles down, like Atlus double down with the fan base and be like, yeah, 1 and 2 don't exist. There's only 3, 4, and 5. And then every time you ask Atlus, yo, put Persona 1 and 2, and they be like, what's that? What? 1 and 2? That shit don't exist. It's only 3, 4, and 5. That might be the route that they're taking too, and then they might remake 4. You know, release maybe Metaphor right in the future, in the near future, and then they just start working on 6, and then they're like, fuck Persona 1 and 2 remake.
Formula first with a Persona 6 and then do a remake. The way that I would see it is I would like for Atlus's schedule to be more so along the lines of, boom, we release a remake for a game, Persona 3 Reload, and then boom, we lock in with our brand new title, Persona 6 in this case, that adds a bunch of new features and adds a bunch to the Persona.
But then here's the thing, bro. If they make Persona 6, right? What makes you think if Atlus makes Persona 6, they're gonna go back to work on right? They make Persona 4 remake, right? Then after that, they make Persona 6. What makes you think they're gonna backtrack and go back to 2 and 1 after they make 6? They're gonna milk Persona fucking 6. You saw how many years they've been milking Persona 5? They're gonna milk Persona 6 for like 6 years. They're gonna make a Persona... I'm still surprised that we don't have a Persona 5 fighting game, by the way. They're gonna make a Persona 6 racing game, Persona 6 gacha, Persona 6 collaborating with Nikkei and Genshin Impact, and then Persona 6 is also gonna have the curse like Persona 5 and end of service hell. Persona 6 Strikers, they're gonna milk Persona 6. They're not gonna go back to 1 and 2.
On a formula, and then we can go back and do another remake, right? So for example, we had like Persona 4 Golden on the Vita, and then years later, boom, we get Persona 5. Persona 5 introduces, Baton Pass. I mean, Persona 5 just introduces a lot.
That's the thing too. Persona 5 introduced so much shit that how are they gonna live up to the hype and expectations of Persona 6? And that's why I feel like Persona 6, Atlus is scared, low-key, to release it or even talk about it, because they're like, fuck, we have a lot like riding on this. Because, yo, that jump from Persona 4 to Persona 5 was insane. Baton Pass, technicals, like just like the whole formula of just like the way like the 4-man party was kind of just like working. I know it was very similar to 4 still, but I just feel like they added so much extra shit to it and like style and pizzazz. You know what's funny? The more I think about it, they really didn't add that much. But they definitely added a lot of personality to Persona 5. I feel like that's what it is. There's a lot of fucking personality.
And a lot of the stuff that they introduced in Persona 5 gets sort of trickled down into Persona 3 Reload now. And it's like, okay, now we have stuff like Shift because Persona 5 exists, right? And that would be dope. So now we have Persona 3 Reload that's come out. Now we can get Persona 6, and maybe they introduce new things to the Persona formula. And now with what they learned with Persona 6, they can make Persona 4 Golden even better.
That's actually a good way to think about it. They put some new elements and things into the game, and they're gonna like see how it runs, and if it does very well in Persona 6, maybe then if they remake Persona 4, they could add those elements to it, not to make every game exactly identical to each other. That's a good way. I'm not gonna lie, that's actually pretty decent,
And I just feel like that's just the best case to go, period. Like, I wouldn't want them to just keep like rehashing remakes. I don't want them to keep like living in the past, because I think Atlus is a very talented development studio, and I think they have a lot to offer the video game world. And I think that if they were to lock in and make like new games, new experiences, I think that would be a better use of their time than going back through their whole catalog and remaking a bunch of other games. I know Persona 3 Reload is awesome, and we all are loving that game, and we all love the remake, so we're thinking back to like, oh, what else could they do remakes for? Like, you know, Persona 2 next, Persona 1 next, whatever. I think these things will happen. Just because there's so much money to be left there. The Persona IP is so successful at this point that I feel like Atlus would kind of be dumb to not eventually tap into those markets, but I don't think they will do that at any time soon. And another reason why I think the Persona 4 remake makes a whole lot of sense is because Persona 4 was a lot of people's introduction to the series, and it's also a lot of people's favorite. I think that, you know, a lot of people love different Persona games for a lot of different reasons, but I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like on the internet, amongst at least my group of individuals, Persona 4 seems to be the most like loved game. And I think even if Persona...
You know why I like Persona 4? It's funny because I remember when I said I like Persona 3 more than Persona 4 and 5, and then I replayed 4. What I love about 4, I don't know why, I feel like in Persona 4, the town of Inaba is just so good because it's the countryside. And then I feel like the emotional connection that we make with our party is way stronger in Persona 4 compared to Persona 3 and Persona 5. That's just me personally. I don't know what it is about, like, you know, Chie, Kanji, Yosuke, Nanako, Dojima, like something about this group, Rise, yes, this group of people, like, I feel like we spent, like, yes, we spent time with our party in Persona 3 and in Persona 5, but it's just so different in Persona 4. Bro didn't even mention Teddy. Yo, me and Teddy, we have a rivalry. I always want to box Teddy. But it's just something about that group of people, Persona 4, where like they hit so, like, I don't know, man. Like, they just hit close. They hit very close to the point where, like, you know what it is too, is nostalgia. Because I played it on the Vita. That was the first time I played a Persona game, was Persona 4. And that game, I'm not gonna lie, bro, that ending almost had me in tears. Like, I'm trying to remember right now, like, when I completed Persona 4, like, I was genuinely sad. Like, when I beat Persona 4, I had like a week-long post-Persona 4 depression. Like, I would just wake up one morning and I'd be like, I got nothing to, I'm like, I got nothing to live for. I can't see Chie anymore. I already left Inaba. I said bye to my friends in the train. And then you saw that ending? That sad-ass ending, bro. They were all running behind the train. They're like, I'll see you next time when you come to Inaba. I'm literally there on the other side of the glass in the train, like I'm fucking angry as hell. Nah, it hit my heartstrings, bro. Persona 4 just hit. Persona 4 hit, bro. Like, I was sad at the end of that game.
Persona 4 isn't your favorite. Persona 4 kind of...
Oh, Persona 5R, yes. That story, ooh. Yeah, that shit has some heartstring moments too, man. Royal's ending was fucking great. Oh my god, Royal's ending was great. That was such a good ending.
Has this like I don't know how to describe it. Kind of has this quality to it to where like you can't help but love it. I think Persona 4 is very endearing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And Persona 4,
bro, I think I saw one time there was a guy on Steam who gave Persona 4 like a bad review for like the shittiest reasons. Oh my god, I wanted to find that guy's IP so fucking bad.
Feels like nostalgic when you play it. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Even if you like play that game for the very first time, like, it just feels nostalgic. Does anybody else get that feeling when you play Persona 4? It's like now you tap into a remake, so now you're like doing nostalgia.
But that's the same thing with 3. Even though, you know what's funny, because I didn't play Persona 3 when it came out. I played it like probably about 3-4 years ago. Somebody correct me in chat. So I wouldn't say it's nostalgic to me yet, but I enjoyed Persona 3. But Persona 4, I vividly, you know, because that was during the Vita era. I forgot when the PS Vita came out, but that was a while back.
Times 2. And now you're like, oh shit, like now I get to go back and relive Inaba.
You said it was 2019? Oh, Persona 3. I played 2018, 2019. You see, so that it wasn't even. Oh shit! Yo, I'm saying 2018 and 2019 like it was last year, bro. We're in 2024. That was many years ago. 19. That's 5 years ago. Oh my god.
It's gonna take you back to when you first played Persona, because I feel like Persona 3 is a game that has like a lot of, you know, darkness to it. You know,
yeah.
It's a lot about death and loss and facing death and stuff like that, right? And it's like a very, you know,
it's a dark game. But then Persona 4 is like the complete opposite. Yes, I understand. We gotta worry about, like, you know, Midnight Channel. Oh fuck, Inaba's getting foggy. Oh shit, Moroka, King Moron, that stupid motherfucker with his goofy teeth in class. What's he gonna lecture us about today? We got that part of Persona 4. But then the other part of Persona 4 is, we going on a camping trip tomorrow, bro. Make sure you bring your shit and make sure you bring your binoculars. You know why? Because we're about to spy on Chie and Yukiko bitch ass in the middle of the night while they're going to the creek, all right? So Yosuke, get your ass in here, and Kanji, please, for the love of God, you can sleep with us inside the tent, but just Kanji, just don't be too crazy, all right, man? Like you can sleep next to me, but don't cuddle with me, all right? All right, let's go. You know, like, we were doing shit like that in Persona 4, bro. We're about to go camping. We're about to have fun at the cabin. We're about to go snowboarding. Mad cool shit was happening, bro. The King's game.
Deep in
Persona 4 was fire
in that sense. And I feel like Persona 4 is more so of like a, like, yeah, it has those elements to it, but it's also a lot more like cheerful and joyful, and like it brings about more like happier feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't imagine like what seeing, you know, Kanji in Persona 4 remake is gonna do.
Look
like,
cool.
oh, I'm gonna love that. You know, Naoto as well. Seeing Naoto's whole character progression arc is gonna be amazing. Shit, seeing Chie, you know, in Persona 4.
Yo, Chie with that galactic punt in 1080p. She said, ooh, me. Boom, with the fucking toes, bro.
Like that
galactic
it
punt.
just makes you happy thinking
the
about
kick.
it. Hearing Nanako sing the Junes song.
Yo, Nanako HD, Dojima HD. He's not gonna have that like standard Dojima face. You know what Dojima face I'm talking about, chat. You know I'm terrible at paint, right? This is, every time I picture Dojima in my head, this is what I picture. Yep. Oh. Got it. Great vegetables. Oh, great vegetables. Turn your camera off real quick. Great vegetables. Vegeta balls, yes.
I mean, come on, fellas. In 4K, 120 FPS? Like, yes, I'm locked in. That's going to be so dope to see that.
The only thing I want to see is the Adachi face in HD. The fucking smug Adachi fucking... And I push that little bitch inside the... That's all I want to see. I want to see Adachi with the smug ass. I push that bitch in. Smug.
I just don't understand why people are so against the...
Is that the video that I think it is? Please be. I think it is. Adachi true.
Persona 4 remake. I'm personally, I'm locked in. I'm so locked in. We're gonna get Yosuke in 4K. Hey, look, man. Maybe they change a couple things about Yosuke. Just give Yosuke a little character arc. Like,
come on, man. What do you mean change something about Yosuke? You know what I noticed about the Persona games? They be hating the characters that I like the most. Like, I feel like Is there something wrong with me, chat? I feel like everybody who plays Persona, they be hating on characters that I love. I'll play Persona 3, everybody will be like, I fucking hate Junpei. The fuck is your problem? You want to square up, bro? Why the fuck are you hating on my boy Junpei? Then I play Persona 4. Oh, I fucking can't stand Yosuke. Yo, the fuck is your problem? Like, why you hating on my boy Yosuke? Then Persona 5. Oh, I can't stand Ryuji. Oh, I can't stand that blonde motherfucker Ryuji. Fuck is your problem? Why you hating on my boy Ryuji? Stop hating on my boys. Junpei, Yosuke Persona 4 was fire. I love his character. And I love Ryuji. They're dope-ass characters, man. You said, how long we been on this video? Forever, bro.
Give him a little thing like, damn, I was really misogynistic and homophobic. My bad, y'all. And I don't hate Yosuke no more. Like, if Yosuke at least, like, realizes the fact that he's a dumbass, like, I wouldn't hate him.
This is another thing that I hate about the Persona fan base, bro. I'm gonna talk my shit tonight, chat. Just because you have a preference doesn't make you a phobe, you fucking fucks. Oh my God, bro, I hate people on the internet so much. Motherfuckers on the internet be like, yo, bro, if a gay guy walked up to me and was like, Retro, pull down your pants because I want to suck that dick, I'ma be like, no, but thank you for the compliment, but I don't roll that way. And that's it. Does that mean I'm homophobic? No, I just would not prefer a male to go down and give me the, I would rather a woman do it. It's called a preference. That's not you being homophobic. But then people on the internet, if they watch one Persona character scene, right? Junpei on the beach, a girl pops up. We come to find out she a dude. She got a beard, a mustache, right? Junpei's like, oh shit, this ain't my cup of tea. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Everybody on the internet would be like, oh my goodness. Was that homophobia in my game? I can't, I'm shaking. Oh shit, I can't, bro, it's a preference. He just wasn't with it. There's some people that's with it, and there's some people that's not with it. That's it. That's it, bro. Holy bejesus. Yo, I hate it when Persona fans bring up that argument. Like, I just want to punch him in the jugular, bro. Like, it's the most stupidest argument. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it in Persona 5. Ryuji, when he was in that town, the two gay guys went up to him, and Ryuji, obviously wasn't into it, and he was kind of like, oh, I gotta get out of here and I gotta deflect it. That doesn't mean that he's a phobe. That just means that that's not his cup of tea. Ryuji straight, that's it. Yup, I'm gonna talk my shit. He's just straight. He's just not with it. That's like any other straight person who's in the chat. If a gay person walked up to you and they were like, they like you, they want to pursue you and have relations with you, what would you say? You just be like, no. Sorry, man. Thank you for the compliment or whatever, but I just don't. That's not the boat that I roll in. That's it. I don't go that way. That's it. Bruh.
JRPG fans be able to take gay and fat jokes without demanding it be removed. Challenge impossible.
Bro, it's just annoying, dude. It's just annoying because then they be calling my characters that I like enjoy in these games. They be like, oh, this character is labeled as this and that. And I'm like, bro, no. Like, no. You said high schoolers acting like high schoolers impossible, not in my Persona game. Bro, that's another thing. Do you know the heinous and wild shit when I used to be in high school, I used to say, and other high schoolers used to say? Bro, they're in fucking high school. But then people on the internet, full-grown fucking adults, start having like baby rage mad takes because of a character in a beach scene. It's not that serious. I was a good noodle. Pickles be sliding. Where those pickles sliding?
Nearly as much. But it's the fact that he's just like, yeah, you know, women kind of suck.
Yo, I don't even know what happened with the Persona 3 scene. I haven't even gone up to that. I'm nowhere near that part. Nobody spoiled what happens to me in that scene, but I don't know what happens in the remake. Persona 4 said, you already know if we get a Persona 4 remake, they're going to get rid of that scene with Yosuke and some fat chick destroying his bike or some shit. Bro, that's another thing, bro. Like where people, oh, don't tell me people were calling Yosuke fatphobic. Don't tell me people were calling Yosuke fatphobic, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. That bitch Hanako, she was fat as shit. If you were fat enough to sit on a motorcycle and break that shit in one seat, you're a fat ass bitch. I don't give a fuck what you say, bro. She was fat. Shit.
Yo, you're fat. Gay? That's kind of weird. And then it's like, bro, can you self-reflect a little bit? But anyways, that's what I think about the Persona remakes. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you agree with me? Would you like to see Persona 4 remakes? Are you more locked?
You said Hanako's getting cut out, bro. Why would they cut out Hanako though? This is what I hate. Like, leave games the way that they are, bro. Like, people always want to change shit. So like their own little self, like their own personal self won't get offended for some shit. Like, I just hate people who get offended to everything so easily. Like, please, we all live on this planet for a limited amount of time. We could be doing so much other things with our time. Instead, motherfuckers on Twitter are getting offended by fucking works of fiction. But it's for comedic relief. What I don't like is when people bring up those scenes in Persona games and it's literally like 1% of the whole game. Because Persona is just like, there's so much shit that happens in the game. And there's literally like one scene where like that happens in the game and motherfuckers on Twitter will never shut the fuck up about those scenes. Like they will always bring that one scene up. And I'm like, hey bitch, you know there's like way more scenes in this game besides this scene, right? Like this was a one-time scene that happened once through the entirety of this game. You said they're still bad, Retro? No, look, I understand to some people, that's the thing. They might seem bad, but at the same time, you're not supposed to take it as seriously as some people take it. It's not supposed to be that serious. It's supposed to be a joke. And it's supposed to be just, haha, move on to the next scene. But then some people get so butthurt about it, it gets to the point where I'm like, bro, like, stop crying. Forehead. You said a whole threads over 30-second interactions. Bro, I've seen them shits on Twitter. And, yo, you don't know how many times I bite my tongue from not, like just dumping just a bunch of fucking shit at them and just being like, bro, you look like a bitch. Like, you are crying on Twitter over a fucking beach scene in a fictional JRPG video game with fucking high school children! You fucking pussy! Holy shit. This is crazy coming from a dude complaining about Stellar Blade opinions. Who, me? No, Stellar Blade. What Stellar Blade opinions? The booby in Stellar Blade? Basically, the Ryuji getting beat up discourse in a nutshell. You say, yes, me. Elaborate, Zazu. You gotta elaborate. You said, look, I complained about Stellar Blade because if you initially show Stellar Blade a specific type of way, and then you completely change, well, not completely change, but you change specific assets of the game that gave it a lot of appeal, of course people are going to complain about it. You said you had a whole tantrum about others talking about it. You said tantrum about others talking about it? What tantrum? Talking about what, though, specifically? You said the people saying that main characters look like a kid. That one? Which one are you talking about? The game was misrepresented. Are you talking about the fan service, or are you talking about like where the girl was talking about the character looking like a little girl with her hairstyle, but her goofy ass literally had her hair pink? Are you talking about that? You said, how the hell are you the one telling others to take a chill pill? You do the exact same thing every time. Yeah. Because it's my platform and I could do whatever I want. Yeah. That's the benefit of becoming a streamer. I could just talk about whatever the fuck I want. That's literally it. I can talk about whatever the fuck I want. If I don't like something, I can talk my shit. Just like you can talk your shit. You do the same thing too, Zazu. We all do it. But what I'm saying is that in a Persona game where a scene is literally 1% of the whole game, for you to have threads on it on Twitter and only talk about that one specific scene, it's fucking annoying and it's stupid. That's it.
They never let go of the camp scene in P4. Now it's Yosuke's whole character. Now you never hear someone talk about him without homophobia being far behind.
Dude, and it's fucking annoying. I hate that shit. I hate that shit. I don't care what anybody says. I like Yosuke as a character. I like the whole Persona 4 cast as characters. The whole Persona 3 cast, I like them all as characters. Persona 5, I like all the characters. I can't stand like people on the internet where like they would see a scene of a character and they would just instantly be like, oh, I fucking hate this character like to death or some shit just because of like one interaction in a scene. It's fucking weird. It's still bad. It doesn't matter how major or minor. But then Unibot, at that point, you might as well then just take away everything from every game, huh? Mr. Unibot. If it's bad, and then it doesn't matter if it's major or minor, you might as well take everything out of a game then. You might as well take all the guns, take all the blood, take all the bullet penetrations. Let's just play Animal Crossing, Unibot, and make everybody gay, Unibot. Let's just play Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Is that what you want? You said goalpost moving. No, no. You might as well play Animal Crossing if you want nothing to offend you in a game. It's like, what game is like that has like, nah, I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. You know what? Animal Crossing offends people. You know why? Because PETA, you're fishing and you're killing the animals. You're fishing and you're killing the animals. You might as well play Mario. Oh, you can't. Why? Because you're stomping on Goombas. Oh, Goomba lives matter. Oh. Goomba lives matter. Goomba
Just
lives
play
matter.
The most perfect game of all time.
Goomba
Tetris.
lives, man. Suck my dick, bro. I'm tired of everybody. I'm offended for everything. How about just leave the internet? I'm tired of people just being offended for shit that's just sencillo, little shit. Like, you're actually offended for this little shit? Look at my face. Look at my face. The space buns, don't even get me started with the space buns. Oh, Banjo-Kazooie, you can't play Banjo-Kazooie because apparently you kill monsters. You said we haven't finished the video, by the way. It's basically done. We're like at the end. I'm just tired. I'm tired of these. You know what it is too? Like when it comes to Persona, it be these motherfuckers that never even played the series that gets into the series and then they start talking about it on Twitter. And then I'd be like, bitch. Like, you just got into the fandom. Stay your bitch ass out. You're not part of the Persona squad. Get the fuck out of here. You never even made you never even made Trumpeteer in the fucking Compendium, you bitch. You never even made Yoshitsune. You never even made Satanayo. You never even made Bugs. You didn't even make Neko Shogun, you bitch.
Yo Retro, a streamer by the name of Retromani once recommended me this book link. You should give it a read and take some of the advice in it.
Oh, I already read that. Thank you for the 100 biddies, Trevin. You said, now see, this conversation wouldn't happen if we're talking about an actual good RPG, Xenoblade 2. Oh my god, bro. Yo, Xenoblade 2 had a lot of problems too, man. Like, these characters were running around like robots. This man, Rex, had reused screams. Dunban wasn't in it. Jin was annoying. Mia was confusing. Zekinator was there for jokes, but nobody got mad at Zekinator when they were talking about one-eyed monsters, huh? That's fine. Yeah, you see? Zazu, you ain't saying nothing about the one-eyed monster. You pick and choose. Y'all pick and choose, bro.
Ah yes, Xenoblade 2, the game where no one complained about the sexualization of the female clothing.
Oh yeah, talk your shit, Oddity. And then you saw what they did with and then you saw look. You know what's funny? They did the same shit with Stellar Blade, bro. Yo, Oddity, I'm on that boat with you. They did the same shit with Stellar Blade. Remember when they showed Stellar Blade off? She's too sexy. There's too much bounce in her tit. Second Tifa popped up on that swimsuit. Whole internet just said, didn't give a fuck, bro. Pick and choose ass motherfuckers. Nah, that's why I don't take anything serious on the internet, bro. I hate when people on the internet, they be picking and choosing. Oh, this is bad, but this is good. Oh, it's bad when it happens here, but it's good when it happens here. Lick my bolas. Leave Mithra design alone? Oh, shit. They should give her black tights. They already did. You said, all right, calm down. Nah, I'm too crazy. It's ass. They're both ass. This is what happens when Twitter lives rent-free in your head. No, I'm not going to lie. It's because I log into Twitter. But look, think about it, chat. I'm actually very tame on Twitter. I could be like Mighty Keith. You see how crazy Mighty Keith is on Twitter? Bro, there are days where I'd be like, yo, I could go crazy like Mighty Keith on Twitter. And I don't do it. I'm super tame on Twitter. Mighty Keith on Twitter, anytime Keith sees some bullshit on Twitter, he comments on it. Every time, bro. Keith, yo, he don't give a fuck. Me, I could be the exact same way because, yo, you don't know how many times on Twitter I see the absolute worst takes in anime, takes in video game as a whole, so fucking bad. And, yo, I bite my tongue so often. I'd be like, yo.
This is exactly why I just avoid a good amount of gaming communities. It's people like these that constantly complain about mundane shit that just causes constant discourse.
Yo, on God.
I'ma enjoy my Xenoblade 2 with nude mods alone, Omega.
On God, Fern, on God. This motherfucker said, I'ma enjoy my Xeno 2 with nude mods on. Nude mods on. He's like, I'm seeing nipples everywhere. I don't care. I don't care.